Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we're going to be looking at a side of Lime's Kratos, which is basically a Freightliner pickup truck conversion that we're going to be looking at a side of it that you guys don't normally see, and that is what we have here. This is the slammed suspension. Now, I'm sure that there's going to be some of you out there that are going to be like, why would you ever have that in SnowRunner? That is absolutely pointless, and it definitely couldn't go off-road. And I agree with you. However, for those of you that want maybe a little bit more of a, I don't know, maybe you have extra space in your garage for a truck that's only ever going to be on pavement, or maybe you want sort of that, show truck look, that show truck aesthetic, you can get that with this rig. And now we've also only done moderate performance upgrades. We haven't gone fully crazy over the top. And one of the coolest things about this is that you can actually raise the suspension up. So if you do need to get somewhere that maybe isn't, completely smooth, you can still do that. But for the purposes of this video, it's going to stay in show truck mode. Now, what we're going to be using this for is we're actually going to be taking one of the ATVs out wheeling. Now, I'm going to go back into the garage and I'm going to grab an ATV. Now, let's grab the ATV that, you know what we need to grab? I do want to grab the Lander 1000 and take it on a trail that we've never taken it on before. And I do think that there's definitely the potential that we may get completely hung up on some of these trails if we don't choose wisely. So I think we're going to throw a off-road transmission in there. I'm going to do the high lift, actually, because with where we're going to be going, I think that's what we'll probably need. And tires-wise, I'm going to throw on some 35-inch, let's say, let's see. We'll throw these on, because I go back and forth between the IVPs and the KEXs. And let's do the offline extended winch. We'll do the lockers, and we'll throw probably the shorter snorkels on this thing, because I don't necessarily think that we're going to be doing a lot of deep mud or deep water. I say that, and then we're going to end up in it. But, just wait. We're totally going to end up in some properly deep mud or deep water, and we're going to regret not putting that on, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. So I'm thinking for the color of this thing, we usually don't run it in blue, and I do like the light blue. I like the way it looks, and that should be a good place to start. Now, getting this into the back of the truck is going to be an interesting challenge in itself, because this loading ramp right here doesn't really work all that well in terms of actually getting this thing up there. And even if you approach it from a super, well-positioned spot, it still likes to slide into the middle. Let's see. Yeah, the second you try to approach it, it's like, nope, we're sliding into the middle again. Although you could probably do it on one ramp. I feel like you could probably do it on one ramp. Let's see. It wants to go on one ramp. It wants to make a move. It wants to make a move on one ramp, but oh my god. The fact that these aren't solid ramps has bothered me for forever. It has genuinely bothered me. And I know that I'm not the one that designed the map. I know I'm not the one that made the map, but geez, it has bothered me so much for so long that isn't a solid ramp, that it's like a double ramp. Now, granted, it wasn't designed for ATVs. ATVs weren't necessarily the focus when that was getting designed, but if we throw this together real quick, we can throw light blue on this thing and probably just go ahead and take this guy out there and he'll be good to go. Now, we can throw the cooler on the back too. That's sick. Okay, so this guy is just barely wide enough to make use of that ramp, and it's just as well because this thing, oh god, this thing also barely fits in truck beds. So it's you have to make a decision. It's either you run this thing and barely fit in a truck bed, or most truck beds anyway, or run the other one and barely be able to get up most ramps. So it's always a back and forth. All right, let's get you into position. Easy does it. God, I do forget sometimes that even if you go with a lower end, well, I shouldn't say lower end, middle grade engine in this thing, it's still silly fast. Ease it back. There we go. I was really trying not to hit the ramps. I was really, truly trying not to hit the ramps. I still hit them. And there you go. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and swap back into the Kratos and fire it up. Now let's pack that ATV real quick, and I want to see how far we can get before this, oh god. Okay, it's already starting to work against us, Hauling this on the slammed suspension is already starting to work against us and starting to work against the truck. And, I mean, obviously, I can tell you why, and that's kind of because it's, you know, it's sort of tricky when your entire truck is dragging along the ground. But man, does it look sick. Is it bad that I feel like this whole setup, I mean, sure, it's a little impractical, but my God, does it look sick. It looks so good. And I feel like, you know, Limes wouldn't have necessarily included this setup if it didn't look good. But my God, it is tricky with this, with this game's environments and this game's roads. Now, wow, it's actually kind of making it down the exit road. The only thing about the exit road is that it is going to start to drag these steps pretty freaking bad. And when it starts doing that and it starts getting damage from that, it's gonna be pretty bad. Let's make your way up the hill. Have we scraped the bumper yet? Oh yeah, a good bit. We've scraped the bumper more than a good bit. We've scraped it a lot. Now, we need to find a good trail to send that ATV down, but my God, does this setup look so good. I don't know why I'm, like, such a big fan of this setup, but I love the way it looks. I'm surprised that I haven't actually taken this out in slam form before, because I love it. I absolutely love the way it drives and the way it looks. Oh, God. Oop. It's actually kind of easy to drive, like, kind of easy to control, too. Because think about it, you're moving the center of gravity, like, way the heck down, and by the time you move it... Oh, no! I think we actually legitimately bottomed out right there. We legit, like, scraped the entire underbody of the vehicle. Let's try to avoid doing that. Oh, we did it again. Yep, we're... Oh, God, it's just, like, smashing the bumper into the ground. Now, oh, we can see we've actually damaged the bumper a little bit. Yeah, the bumper is starting to take some damage from that. Oh, you can see, too, like, there's no travel. Like, there's no spring rate at all. It's just bouncing whenever it gets onto any form of any kind of bumps or anything like that. It just starts bouncing. Yikes. There should be a pull-off up ahead where we can... Oh, God. Oh, I'm glad we have good brakes. We literally stopped within, like, a couple of inches of smashing our bumper into that rock. Oh, no, it's actually starting to, like, crinkle the steps now. Oh, that's getting really awful now. That's getting so... Whoa! Slammed the bumper into the ground. Man, I knew we were going to take on some damage, but I didn't know we were going to take on this much damage. I mean, I'm going to repair it real quick because I think it looks like... I don't know. I really want it to maintain that look, but man, we really started, like, messing the thing up. I mean, we started messing it up bad. Let me actually bring the suspension up a little bit. That should solve just about all of our issues here. And there is a trail up here that I really want to drop this thing off at and give it a go. But I also kind of want to use that waterfall as a trail. I kind of want to see if this thing can actually, like, legitimately use the waterfall as an environment to trail on. So the challenge is not only going to be keeping this thing upright, but also going to be not, effectively not drowning it. So let me turn you around real quick. I do wish we had a workable tailgate. A workable tailgate on the Kratos would be so sick. Let me just get you into a slightly better position here, because I want to lower the airbags. I want to find a nice spot to do it, though, because I feel like right here, yeah, that wheel, oh my God, that wheel tucked up into the fender, and now it's just going to, like, it just sat there. It literally, like, tucked straight up. I don't think I've ever seen anything do that in this game before. Like, literally just tuck a wheel up into a fender. That's absolutely insane. Now, the nice part about this is that when we go to unload, I think we'll be able to literally just drive it out of the back and not even worry about flipping over, not worry about really any of that. All right, let's back you up. Easy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that's bad. And, yep, there it is. There it is. So that means that still to this day, I have not been able to find something that I can back that Can-Am out of that doesn't make it do that. All right, there we go. Easy. So now you're finally good to go. So let me go ahead and repair this thing real quick. That way it's like, it's good to go. We don't have to worry about it. And we also don't have to worry about, like, any residual damage from getting out of the back of the truck. So as far as our first goal is going to be to get to the bottom of the waterfall without swamping the rig or flipping. And that's already going to be a tall order. We'll talk about whether or not we're coming back up if we make it to the bottom. Now, luckily, we have some pretty gnarly snorkels on this thing. And I haven't scouted this route out before, but I think it's doable. I really do think it's doable. The only thing is, there are very few winch points. I mean, there's some stumps, but that's about all you're going to get. All right, this part's going to be... Oh, okay, so you can actually drive down the middle, and it's not actually that bad. Okay, I figured it was going to be way worse than that. Like, I genuinely figured it was going to be... Oh, God, I'm going to have to get into the power, though, because I almost flipped it to the side. Trying to genuinely avoid doing that. Oh, God. Oh, God. This waterfall trail is, like, no joke, though. Turn on the lights while I'm under the bridge to try to get a little bit of a better view of what I'm doing. Still got those snorkels above the ground, though. I mean, that's... Or, sorry, not above the ground, above the water. And that's the biggest part. Back it up. Come on. All right, make your way down and around. Nice and easy. I still have no idea if, like, you were ever intended to go this way, but the fact that it could do it is super cool. Like, I'm still finding new routes on TNB trails that I haven't driven before. And that's crazy because this map has been out for so long, and it's one of the most recognizable, you know, crawling, trail riding maps in the game. But still, like, I am still finding routes that I haven't attempted before, which I think is so cool. All right, make your way up and over the rocks. There we go. Got into the power and kicked the clutch a little bit, and it actually helped me get through there really easily. Oh, what? What in the actual physics was that? That doesn't necessarily seem like it should have gone that way. We made it to the bottom, and literally, we didn't flip it over until we were at the bottom. And that's kind of the most frustrating part of that whole thing, is literally, we didn't end up flipping it over until we got to the very bottom. Now, my question is, can you go back up? And especially, can you go back up the other side? The other side seems to be a little bit more gnarly, but there also seems to be more rocks over there, so I don't know if it might actually be better for climbing, or it might be much worse. All right, let me ease my way up and around these rocks. Not too bad. Oh, that's nasty. That's, like, properly nasty compared to the other side. The other side is, like, a lot more chill. That side is, like, super gnarly the whole way. And that water's too deep for me to get through. Oh, that's not good. Maybe if I wind my way up, like, sort of from the left over to the right. That's probably the only way we're going to be able to make this work. Come on, easy. There we go. Now, this part, I should be able to climb. Not if it's that steep. Wow, or not. It really is having a tough time. Come on. Dude, that is having such a tough time. We're so close to making something happen, too. It does not want to grab traction through here. All right, I'm gonna go for just one winch because that spot was just, it was nasty. Whoa! I should not have used high. I mean, it helped, but it also put me in a really awkward position. No! Oh, what? Yep. It's possible, though. It's totally possible. Even in this little ATV, it's possible. It would be better in, like, a crawler or, like, a built Jeep or something, but it's totally possible in that ATV. It could totally be done. Now, let me know in the comment section down below if this climb is something you have attempted before, and if you have, let me know how it went. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know any thoughts and opinions that you guys might have in the comment section down below, and if you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later!